So this is Alone Together. First of all,
By the way, I like how the few that I missed, all of a sudden, like, real shit happened.
yeah, well, I was gonna say he's caught up. Everyone was like, "No, Rob has to watch it." I said he would watch it. Don't worry. So he's all caught up. He's seen that episode. This is one of the few. I think I saw like maybe 3 or 4 episodes like before I started watching the show just randomly on Cartoon Network. And this is one that I saw. And this is one of the episodes that made me say, "This is fascinating. Like, I gotta watch this show. Like, this is a fucking intriguing episode, in my opinion. Like,
It really captured what it's like to go to a rave and be on ecstasy.
I mean, I don't know, when I think of, like, anything about, like, identity, metamorphosis, Kafka, like, Ingmar Bergman, you know, like, sort of all this really...
Fuck that, just social anxiety.
No, like, this is just doing so fucking much, in my opinion. And, you know, take Kid Show out of it, just any show. I mean, it's like, this is just a fascinating episode. It's, I think most of you know, but it's the one where Steven fuses with Connie, and, you know, which they say, can he fuse with a human? Who knows? And
Can and did.
yes, and now I think it's a she, mainly a she, but whatever. You know, are now
He's a she, she's a he,
he's a she. This is Doubtfire, classic. But yeah, so they're fused together, and it's just their experience being together and sort of what it is, and it isn't quite the obvious, like, what you see in comedies. We're going this way. No, I'm going this way. I'm going this way. No, it's like...
It's more like having severe bipolar disorder.
Yeah, well, it's like... This whole episode sort of takes on, like, a different identity even of itself. Like, it's just everything's sort of told in a different way.
It's like a bad fever dream.
Not everything is spelled out. Like, it's not said, it's all felt. This felt very much like an episode totally led by the emotions of two people.
Right down to the
being
point
together.
that I couldn't quite figure out half the time who was doing the talking.
No, but that's what I like.
Yeah.
And that's what's so fascinating about it, because it is like, even though this is kind of a new... You know, this is an idea that doesn't technically exist, this fusion idea, you know, there's a lot of ways you can identify with this. You can identify, like, you know, sort of fusing with yourself, fusing with another person, being in a relationship, or a friendship, or a marriage, or, I mean,
Who
any
am
of
I?
that stuff. I mean, and even just identity, yeah, with yourself. You know, it's something where it's like, I think anyone can watch this, and without it being spelled out and spoon-fed to you, you can get a lot out of it, because I think you can just watch that scene and you can sort of take whatever you want out of, like, the whole second half of this episode, like during the dance scene and everything.
I was just in it for the donuts. They look good. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you pretty much said everything I was going to do, so thanks.
Sorry.
But, yeah, I think my favorite thing was when the dance, according to him, was not going the way they thought it was going to, and the way the little disco ball, like, surrounded them, and the people were like, "Rrr," getting all... I was like, man, if that's not, like, a perfect representation of social anxiety, I don't know what the hell is.
Well, and even little things like when... You know, she's kind of talking to herself or to Steven, whatever, the two, and looking at the donuts, and says, "Do you want to stop?" And it starts to separate the two donuts, and things start to go a little dark, and then, no, and things become normal color again. It's like little things like that.
It's like a fever dream. It's like one of those dreams you have after, like, too much NyQuil, where it's like, it's not really a nightmare, but everything's a little off.
I think whenever people talk about, like, they'll talk about something like 2000. I mean, it's kind of a weird comparison, but like 2001, they'll be like, well, it's just a bunch of effects and that's it. It's like, no, there is something to, like, just this different kind of state of being. And I think this episode kind of taps on that. I think that's a very good example where it's like things start to go dark when she's thinking about separating. They're like, no, and comes back. It's like, that's not said, that's not spelled out, but you can feel it.
Well, I wasn't sure what to make with the Three Gems reaction. You know, Pearl, of course, is always concerned, and then Garnet was all, like,
Really
completely
happy about
into
it.
it. Yeah. Which is funny. I would have thought that would have been Amethyst's reaction, but she
seemed into it too. She's such a kid. She seemed like
a little
look
bit,
at
yeah.
Garnet.
But it was definitely Garnet who was, like, all over this.
Yeah.
By the way, what was when they were doing the dance lesson? What was with Garnet throwing Pearl up against the wall there for a second? I'm like, whoa, get a little fresh. Like she's
Well,
like,
even-
"Dunk," and she's like, hey now.
Even the first time they did it, though, I mean, okay, it's all, all dancing is technically sexual, as they say, but it's like, when they first did when it was Garnet and Amethyst doing the fusion, like, it seemed very sexual, honestly. I mean, like, the moves they were doing and
No,
stuff.
I got that out of the practice.
Oh, no, you
that's
definitely
for
got
sure.
it against the wall, yeah. And that gets really weird when, like, Steven has her against the wall. I'm like, this is a little odd.
I was getting a little, yeah.
Well, but this is like, I don't know. There's...
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I was
No,
just
no, no,
I was just watching it like,
No, like everything. Well, especially
50 Shades of Steven!
No, but especially with this episode and like when she goes into the donut shop. I'm just gonna say she. It's easier. When she goes into the donut shop and both of them, not even both of them. Everyone is just sort of taken.
It's a she,
By
he,
her.
and it. So refer to it
Shit.
as shit.
There you go.
Yes.
But
So when shit goes in there, completely destroyed this dialogue. I apologize.
But everyone's just sort of taken back, like they don't even know, they're not afraid and they're not super happy, they just don't know how to accept or what they're even seeing, and I really like that too. And even with
They
the
all
two
seem,
of them,
I don't know, like Lars and what's her face, they seem
they both seem turned on. Yeah.
by it, yeah.
But again, I mean, that there's like a bajillion ways you can take that. You can take
Maybe
it as
this is one of those people that no matter what your gender or sexual orientation, just like, you know what, they're just attractive no matter how you slice it.
No, but that is kind of the thing. It's like, because again, they never specifically identify.
So one of those
It's a
things-
fusion, so it's this male or female now, and it's like, so it just sort of has this.
It is one way to
Interesting
look at it.
combination,
It's
everybody.
neither, so both sides could be attractive.
No, honestly.
Or it could just be, you know what, I would go gay for that. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's one of those things where it's like you're just kind of watching it, and they're just both sort of attracted to this.
Or I guess if
person.
you were gay, you could be like, I would go straight for that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I mean,
because she's both.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's why I think this
This
episode.
is like a million metaphors wrapped up
It
in
is.
one. I don't know.
It really fucking is. I mean, I think that.
really open to interpretation because I don't even know what exactly they're saying. Just,
No, I mean, this really is one of the. This is when I saw this episode, I'm like, I gotta watch this show. Like, this is. Like, just so fucking intriguing. Like, this is, I mean, and for kids, I mean, to watch it too, I get the feeling they can watch it and it's like, they can watch it now and sort of get this certain feeling from it, or a certain idea, and then years later when they grow up, or really any age, they can watch it and see something totally different. I think it's just a really fascinating episode, and yeah, everyone seems to look at them as just sort of drawn like they've just never seen anything like this before, this type of person. They can't explain why either, and neither does the episode. The episode doesn't say why,
I'm not
you just
bad,
know that it's
I'm
there.
just drawn that way.
So, yeah, I really, really, really found this interesting. Yeah, I mean, so far, it's like the one... It's probably my favorite one, because it just felt so new and so different, but, like, strangely educational in a way, too. I mean, it's really kind of opening up, like, hey, it's not all going to be talk, it's not going to be, we're going to explain everything, we're going to let you feel it.
Well, I mean, Garnet was right. It was an experience.
Yes, and that is it too. They make the whole episode an experience as well, and you feel the experience. It's not explained, it's not talked about, it's felt. And I think that is such a good thing for any type of art to do. And I thought this episode really got that, and it really did it well.
Well, enough about you. Coming back to me.
Yes.
Yeah, the episodes I missed, the two big ones, the one with the Warp Tour, and the one with the, was it Lion 3? Yeah, that Lion one, I just got a little rough there. I'd say I cried. It's just raining in here.
Well, I was oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing that fascinates me is when he went inside the lion's mane, there was like a treasure chest, a sword, a shirt, all this stuff there. He hasn't gone back for any of that shit.
Yeah,
As a kid, I would have been like, oh, well, this stuff
That
is. I mean,
reminds
the
me-
tape was awesome, but
He never brings up what the fuck was going on with them destroying the warp portal and that green woman coming through.
Nope.
I just realized that was never, and like, that was the biggest thing. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get some answers. And then when I see they're not, I'm like, oh, but then I was like, oh, it's this episode. That's right. And it's like, it's so fascinating that you just kind of forget all that.
But yeah, no, that was a really good episode. Good. It was making me all misty-eyed. And the Warped Tour one was great too, because it just sets up that there's more going on out there.
Yeah.
So,
well, the one thing I'll say to you that I don't think I sent the vlog, but I didn't bring up to you, is that I sort of have this theory: maybe the three of them are fugitives. Like,
oh, maybe they're the bad guys.
Yeah, wouldn't that be intriguing?
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely something slightly shady about the three of them. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, the little bowling ball things were cute. And then they got crushed and blown up. And what the fuck? It's dark. But yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts on those in a nutshell. I don't want to dig too deep.
This is the episode to dig too deep on.
Dig up the whole thing all over again since you already vlogged it. But they were very good.
Yeah.
So of course it's like the couple I miss. It's just like. Shit, that's when
I think I didn't miss this one. Like, this would be one. It's like, if you were even, all right, so what happened? Just give me the rundown. I was like, I don't even know if I could explain it. You just gotta see it.
You know what? Just watch it.
Just watch.
The shit, it gets real.
And unreal at the same time. Blew your mind. So, yeah, that's about it. And we'll see you at the next existential one later.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are we?
We are I.
No, we're shit.
Yeah.